Welcome to Tough Crowd. You know, when you think of violence, nothing brings a more chilling image than the phrase Middle East peace talks. They say that Bush right now is talking to the new Pali Prime Minister, Mahmoud Abbas, and that he is hopeful. That's what Bush says. Well, yeah, compared to Arafat, we just spent 20 years negotiating with a guy that wears a do-rag, all right? You should have a prime minister in a do. Why doesn't Bush start wearing a Kangol hat? I don't want to hear that phrase hopeful anymore, okay? I'm sick of it when they talk about Middle East peace. How about the president comes on TV and just goes, folks, you know the drill. It's the last 2 days, you know. I never thought I would say this, but here's the solution. We get attacked by Martians. That's the only way we're going to unify this earth. We, America, we take all our space power and our military, we stage a fake Martian attack. We blast a few countries that we hate, just, you know, and then we defend everybody going, listen, man, we don't like you, we don't get along, but you're still, you know, earthlings like us, and we're not going to put up with this. Then we come out, you know, doing good, because everybody says, oh, they're good, you know, hey, folks, and we got a better idea, come on. Well, that was a good idea, you have to admit. Last week's peace talks between Israel and Palestine made no headway. For 50 years, the West, led by America, is trying to bring peace in the Middle East. Is it time to cut bait and go home? Should we just stop trying, Judy?
I think that there will never be peace. I think, first of all, there's not going to be peace. You know, it's just never going to happen. I mean, it's been going on for thousands of years. We've offered Palestine. They've been offered like 99% of what
when you say
wanted.
we.
Oh. Wait.
Who are you talking about?
The anti-Semitism. Yeah. Now I'll be called a Jew and a dyke for the rest of the show. Jew dyke. Okay. Now, Judy, as a Jew, Israel has offered them 99% of what they've wanted. They have not accepted it. They don't care about the land. They care about getting rid of the Jews. They've even said, as long as a Zionist is still breathing, we are going to keep fighting. They have allies. They have Arab neighbors that don't do anything for them. I mean, why aren't their friends giving them land?
But that's...
And tell me one Israeli that has blown himself up in a public place. You know, it's like all they do is say, oh, the Israeli army, they're not, these Israelis are defending themselves. You know, they can't even go out to the mall. I sound like such a whiny Jew.
Well, I heard the mall.
Well,
what's it come to? The Jews can't go to the mall?
You know, as far as
I think it's just a long, complicated conflict, like you're saying, that has no really peace in sight. No matter what we do, it's not going to work out. Very similar to the long, ongoing conflict between Joyce DeWitt and Suzanne Summers. It's the same kind of thing that we try. Have we not tried to bring?
And that is all about Jews, too.
Yeah. All about the Jews.
Yeah. Jews run show business. Sorry. I learned that on this show.
So really, basically, this is all very enlightening, but nobody answered my stupid first question.
What?
Should we cut bait and leave?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Even George Jefferson knew to get out of Archie's neighborhood after 10 years of fight with him.
There you go.
Yeah. Go look for a deluxe mosque in the sky. You know what I mean?
Right, but you know, we have
went too
interest
far with
there.
that
I mean, we have
portion.
oil interests there, and Israel is our only ally. Let me tell you something. If Israel didn't bomb Iraq, they would have had a lot more power.
That's true. Don't get
Oh,
excited.
okay.
We were ready for you to
No, but they would have had a lot more power during, you know, their whole conflict.
Now, are you this impassioned over it because it's how you feel, or because your mother's going to watch tonight, and if you don't defend the Jews all the way, she's going to have a few words
I
with you?
know this is going to be
Jews all the way.
shocking. No, this will be
I'm
shocking. My mother doesn't watch the show.
Oh, my gosh.
Well,
Colin.
Oh, I can't say how old she is.
That frankly is going to affect my
She's old. 11:30 or
She'll be watching that Hitler movie.
Let's talk about the Saudis right now, okay? Here's our relationship with the Saudis. We sell them weapons. They sell us oil. Then they give the money from the oil and the weapons that we sold them to Al-Qaeda, who try to blow us up. Now, I don't think this is a good business practice for us. I understand business is important, but there's something there that needs to change. If part of your business, whatever the oil company is, a $500 deposit for Riyadh truck rentals, you know, there might be a little problem here is all I'm saying. But can we afford to not do business with the Saudis? Sue.
Well, I think we're screwed. I think we've set ourselves up. We have a relationship with them, and there's no way out. And we're not even paying attention. We're completely ignoring their relationship to one of the most fearful weapons of mass destruction, and that, of course, is the flying carpet. So, you know, and And the stealth flying carpet, which I'm sure is in development.
We're staying in a relationship with the Saudis the same reason that Stedman stays in a relationship with Oprah.
I want to hear these reasons. What are the reasons?
I will. Let me finish.
Okay.
Very good.
For the publicity?
Money, right? Loyalty and oil. Oil, I'm talking about cooking oil. I mean, when's the one?
But look at it this way. I mean, what are we supposed to do? You say we can't cut bait with the Saudis, but that's the same with Israel. We've been in business with them for 50 years now. We're just going to cut bait on them too.
Yeah, but Israel, you know, their human rights are positive. I mean, Saudis treat their women like crap.
Totally.
You know, it's.
But if we cut out with Saudi, if we stop doing business with Saudi Arabia,
It
for whatever
will affect
reason,
the economy.
it affect the whole world. The world will crumble, man. They've got a whole business. This country everywhere.
What is it? Is it the oil?
They have a lot of billions of dollars invested over here too, and
we have a lot of companies over there.
we have companies over there.
Well, but it's mostly about oil, so we have alternative sources of energy. So let's develop.
What are the alternatives? I keep hearing alternative sources. What my hands?
Drill in Alaska.
Leno had a guy on a couple months ago. He's got his car running on like dried cat. I'm serious.
I know.
I'm serious.
Who does?
There's a guy on the Tonight Show.
Really?
But look at Jay. So he's a 550 motorcycles and 20 cars. You think he's gonna look? We gotta go. We're gonna come back and talk about something else. All right, don't worry. It'll be good. You bring this back up. Folks, the right, the left, and the middle all agree. Don't leave me alone with these people. We'll be right back. Well, very coincidentally, this segment is about men and women, and on the break, they didn't hear me. I was over listening to these two, and Colette goes to Nick, you're anticipating your emotional life. Imagine saying that to Nick. I don't know what that means. No man knows what that means. Women know what it means. All right, Annika Sorensen wants to compete with the men in this week's PGA event, the Colonial. Now, to me, it's stupid because she's not good enough to really make the. If it was, can you imagine if Jackie Robinson had come up and broke the barrier by hitting 211? You know what I'm saying? You have to be a superstar to break barriers. She's okay, but don't you think it's crazy? It's not like when Jackie Robinson, to use that example, broke through, there was a bunch of other great black baseball players that came right in. It's only her, and she's mediocre, and no one's even close to her. That's why I think this is silly. But is there any reason she shouldn't get a fair chance to play other than the brilliant ones I just had, Nick?
Yeah, there's 3 reasons. 2 above her waist and 1 below it.
Which I guess are 2 brains.
I anticipated correctly.
That's our 3 brains we're talking about, right?
Yeah, that's it. Let me finish my bits, okay?
Okay.
Did I ever shut up? No, she should be able to play, right?
Yeah.
On one condition, that guys who don't make the cut on the guys' tour should be able to automatically go to the women's tour. How's that for fairness?
Well, here's
a little logic. Deal with that.
Okay, the guys, she just wants to compete because the guys aren't men have different bodies. They're stronger than women.
Right.
And she wants to see if she can compete with them.
wants to
but
competition.
unfortunately, we make it into this whole thing. She's the woman, and this is going to screw everything up if she doesn't do well. Why put so much? I don't understand why. I think it's great for golf.
It's about publicity.
It is, exactly.
Right? It's not about her testing her skills. Because if that's what you wanted to do, go do it on a Tuesday afternoon when nobody's watching at a public course.
No.
Oh, let her
Why
get
not?
the publicity. She's stuck in that lady golf, you know.
Right,
the
she's done
nobody's
all
paying
she can
attention
do.
to lady golf except for, lesbians who think the Dinosaur Classic is a national holiday. Let her have some, airtime. Let her play.
Yeah, come on.
No, but here, whatever.
You're
No,
right.
she's gone as far as she can with the women, and now she wants to.
Exactly. It's a challenge. You're
It's
talking
just a
about a girl
challenge for
going
her,
backwards.
and now everyone's making it into this.
Why is it a guy going backwards? So you're admitting they're superior. Men are superior.
You're
You
not
disagree.
admitting
Superior. They're just maybe
She's
their
trying to
bodies are
better
different.
herself.
Their bodies are different.
Their bodies are different. She's got the same body as VJ Singh. Look at her. Judy.
Who does?
Actually, that's not true. My penis is a lot bigger than that.
Right
I know. I saw it in the locker room.
While we're on the male-female subject, let's talk about a little thing that's close to all our hearts. Women and men. Jerry Lewis said a couple of years ago, women comics are not as funny. Are women comics as funny as men? Colette, let's start.
All right, truth be told, there are more funny male comics than female comics. There are more of them, that is a fact. But it's because men are raised to be funny. They're taught to be funny. They need to be funny. It's one of the only things that can maybe be charming about a man. And really, no, but no. Wait, hear me out, because for instance.
Okay, wait a minute.
Wait, and then you can maybe say, because now Nick Di Paolo, if he didn't have this great sense of humor, honestly, would all the women in America want to bang him as much as I do? Because, you know, women love him.
Nick is actually very good looking as well. I hate to admit it, but the other thing is,
Judy, I got a bigger than you too.
Yeah. And that means B.J. Singh is really hurting me.
No, but I think that there are more funny male comics because there's more male comics.
No, that's not. Anger, ladies, anger.
The ratio is the same. The ratio is the same. And you have to admit, comedy is a subjective thing. The ratio is the same.
Excuse me.
As funny to not funny.
What? The point is, then why are there more male comics? Because if the audience is usually 50-50.
It's a male.
It's a masculine thing.
But the audience is 50-50. Yes, men and women.
It's considered a sense of humor.
Who considers it that?
Having a point of view, which is what doing stand-up is, and having an opinion and saying things is considered to be a masculine trait. And it's not developed.
It's not ladylike.
If there were women that would dress up in mini skirts and really hot looking, no one would take them. No one would listen to them.
But that's irrelevant. The point is, even on this show, I notice a lot of times when women are about to say something and some guy starts talking, they just back off. And at first,
really, not this show.
Well, not today, but but I mean, when there's one woman on the show, they're always about to say, then they just back off. And I thought it was because they were like, you know, just like you said, socialized that way. Then I'm talking to the women on staff because they're just saying, "You son of a bitch! What are you doing now?" My one I'm sorry. Let's see how men are.
Your thought was that they're backing off because they think it's not worth fighting about. Right. Thank you.
Well, you see, but you have this show.
That's right.
This show right here, and instead of saying that this is 4 comics getting together, it's the women's show because it happened to be. And why isn't it just 4 comics? If there were 4 guys here, it's not the guy show.
But first of all, no, you can bring that old whatever they call it, old saw.
Bring that old saw in.
Because there are so many less women comics that it becomes the women's show. Just like she said, there's more male comics, so this is the exception rather than the rule. Now what?
If you went through every yearbook in the high school, how many would have class clown as females?
I was class clown.
Okay, there's 2. There's 2.
No.
As the Beatles said to Pete Best, we'll be right back. As I sit here, cross-legged, terrorist attack, civil war, and mutated deadly diseases own the headlines. Interesting phrase. People don't know where to turn for comfort and reassurance. People want to know what's going on with their countries, where they stand on America's list, you know? So we went out to calm some nerves.
Hi, Colin. We're from Iceland. What's going on over there?
The same thing that's always going on. Look at that little cutie pie on the left, right? Same thing. You're sliding around your country like a college hockey team. Trying to figure out the difference between you and Finland. Look at that adorable little face. I feel like a mother when I see this kid. I just want to
G'day, Colin. We're from Sydney. What's going on in Australia, mate?
Do I have to take a little sarcasm there, unshaven one? That's nice. It's 9 a.m. and you and your wife are already hammered. Good. Listen. Drink and fight. Is that all you people know how to do down there? Even the animals are brawlers. Every time I see a kangaroo on the Discovery Channel, he's punching some guy in a safari jacket.
Hey, I'm from Nigeria. What's happening in Nigeria for now?
I'm glad you say for now, my friend, because it depends on what you call now. Now has a tendency to change very quickly in Nigeria. Now it's a Christian democracy. 10 minutes from now, it could be a violent Muslim theocracy, and next Tuesday, it'll be a military dictatorship. Things fall apart. Isn't that the book? One minute you're part of a sophisticated technological country, one bad election riot, and you're dodging machete blows and yelling for NATO to send a couple of 100 jaded Belgians.
Hey, Colin, I'm from Saudi Arabia. What's the latest there?
Oh, Saudi Arabia? I'll tell you what's going on, my friend. 10 Saudi royals are drinking cognac right now and snorting coke, trying to figure out how to get the Saudi people to believe it doesn't violate Islamic law to have a go-kart and ecstasy party for the Hooters girls. Now listen.
Hi, Colin. What's going on in Korea?
What isn't going on in Korea, my friends? If we're talking north, they got a little transvestite with a bouffant who's poke us in the butt with a spent fuel rod. And you got South Korea where they've apparently developed Alzheimer's. They're protesting us. Ha ha. Hey, South Korea, would you like to join your comrades up north who were starving to the point, and this is true, they had to change the title of the Disney movie to 17 Dalmatians. Folks, I would not make that up.
Hi, I'm from Mali. What's happening in Mali?
In Mali, well, slick. Ha ha. I like your style there, player. You have that kind of like hip, young, standing up in the Jeep warlord type vibe. Well, your country is just south of Algeria and Morocco, so you can expect a couple of visits from the State Department to see if they can wire you up for a little eavesdropping on the social clubs across the street. You play your cards right, you can make a few dollars off this one and do a good thing while you're at it.
Hi, I'm from Israel. What's going on with Israel?
Hey, Pamela, you didn't hear? The Palestinians have said it's not worth it for a stupid piece of land. Let the Israelis have it. I'm kidding. You know what's happening. The buses are so dangerous, the Metro cards have organ donor checklists. Israelis are the only people that come to New York for peace and quiet. So to the world, I say relax. Visit New York, see Mamma Mia. Have a soubrette with everything on it. You know, how much worse can it get? The whole world's about to blow up. We'll be right back. Oh, we're just talking about Nick's new soft image on the show. And then on the break, when he cut me off, he goes to me, you know why I cut you off? And he gave me like this horrible, like Michael Corleone mafia death look. And he thought he was being friendly. He could tell he just wanted to choke the very life out of me, the son of a bitch. He's a psychopath. Now listen, over the past several decades, women have made great strides. They've joined the men's clubs. They've done men's jobs, appeared in men's magazines. You have few. Do you guys think I didn't do that to be funny? You think it's an action?
Well, I don't know. Did you do that haircut to be funny?
Don't cut me off!
Oh, there's the evil eye again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, people are nuts. Now listen, yet few believe that Annika Sorenstam can compete with the male golfers. What activity are women just superior to men, and why? Let's start with Nick.
Sex. They can have 10 orgasms to our one. Not only that, they don't have to take a 2-day nap after. Girls get all energetic. My wife wants to cook stuff. She's got a cake in the oven. She's roasting a pig on a spit. She's raking leaves, painting the house. Meanwhile, I'm at the hospital. My blood pressure's 3/1. I'm on life support system. The doctor's like, he climaxed 3 times? That means irreversible brain damage. You ever see a guy after sex? He looks like a kid they pull out of the bottom of a pool after 10 minutes. Guys have no energy. I'm surprised rapists don't get caught every time.
All right. Yeah. Stu Murphy.
Women are superior in almost every activity that requires wearing uncomfortable shoes. I'd like to see men do half the things women do while wearing high heels. And face it, high heels were invented to make us easier to hunt. Now, what's the old line? Sure, let's see. Fred Astaire was a great dancer, but Ginger Rogers,
yes,
yeah, she liked the men's, had to do all the same steps in heels and backwards, and that's what they should do with the PGA. Let everyone play, but in heels and backwards. Not only would women win every time, but it would aerate the greens.
Okay, Colette Hawley.
Okay, first of all, I want to make it clear I said that I would bang Nick Di Paolo, and actually I don't want to bang Nick Di Paolo. I want him just to rate me so I wouldn't be responsible for the choice. I just want to make that clear. I wouldn't have picked it, but I still get it. All right. Women are always better strippers than men. I'm going on a limb here, but hold on a minute. I say take me to a titty bar any old day, because I would rather have a hot girl stripper rub her fake boobs in my face and tell me I'm pretty than have some gay hairless guy stripper in a thong at a bachelorette party give me a lap dance and desperately try to convince me he has a hay boner.
All right, Judy.
Well, I think women are far superior at giving birth and then raising those children alone while trying to earn 70 cents on the dollar and receiving no support or assistance, financial or otherwise, from the person who impregnated her. You know what? You're right. A woman golfing with the men, that's preposterous. It's like an absolute outrage. That would be like men going into the kitchen and cooking real well with their overinflated egos and their fat fingers and then getting their own TV show. Bam! You know what? I'm dying for a guy to get a show called Laundry. on the Laundry Network. Hi, I'm Patrick, and today it's all about bleach, so stay tuned.
All right, women that are better at noticing things and remembering things. So like if I tell some girl I know, hey, I'm going to have surgery in 2 weeks, they call you the day before, they remember that. They send you a card, email nice, a phone call. I once had an operation. When I come home, I'm lying in bed. My male friends are cursing me out on my machine for not calling them back. They forgot I had an operation. And when they find out, they're like, hey, man, what kind of painkillers did you get? And can I have some? Folks, before we leave tonight, I'd like to say that this show does not endorse Nick Di Paolo rape. But that's a personal choice. We believe it's a woman's right to choose if she wants to be raped by Nick Di Paolo. So, if they put a man on the moon, why can't they put one on Lifetime? I don't know. Good night.